Welcome to Unique People Stories. What are some things that a teenager should avoid? Really loud music. I mean the kind at a concert front row loud. Because tinnitus really sucks. Addiction. Debt and pregnancy are the big ones. But avoid waiting for life to begin. It already has. Go in some positive direction even if you're not sure it's the exact right one. The your life has started is some real shit. I wish I was told this at 12 or 13. I would have done so much more with my life, I think. I spent middle and high school playing video games waiting to be an adult essentially. My mom found her dream job in her 30s and my current stepdad in her 50s. Don't be too concerned with whether the things you're doing now is gonna be forever. Do what you can to open doors for yourself, but don't feel forced to think you need to know with who or what you should spend the rest of your life with at this point. Time gives you time to discover more things. Discover more things. And eventually you'll find your way. Even if you didn't realize it. Stop thinking in today and forever. You got all the time to figure it out. Just get yourself a solid foundation and explore. Except for drugs. Don't explore things that you could get addicted to for the rest of your life. Trying to change who they are, what they like so as to fit in. It's something you might regret later on. Not exploring your own individuality and hobbies. I'm 16. And I could count on one hand the number of friends I have. I always felt like I didn't have enough friends by seeing how many friends the popular and cool people from my school had. I'm really trying to not care about these kind of things anymore. But it's definitely hard with the pressure of society. You should have a girlfriend. You should like this type of music. You should wear this kind of clothes. And it goes on and on. Bad company. People that will try to use you and lead you down the wrong path. Social media and seeking others' approval. That shit will destroy them for years. Procrastination. Not as big as the other ones, but my God. Procrastination can get so bad and affect you so horribly if you let it get out of hand. Teenager here. I'm not exactly on top of everything, but I think I can have something to share. Crafting a specific schedule for each day and following that schedule as best as possible is probably my best method. It might look so obvious that it doesn't need mentioning. But it works better than anything I've ever tried. I think my brain forces me into it because I've probably already followed that schedule for weeks and it'll seem wrong to break consistency. Fake friends. It's honestly better to have no friends than people who gossip about you and make snide remarks to you. I know everyone says this, but you will find your people. Avoid skipping the dentist. Even if money is tight, professional cleanings and preventive maintenance will pay dividends later in life. A horror story to prove the point. I caught a bad spell of depression some years ago and stopped taking care of myself in many ways. Including flossing and going to the dentist. I ended up having to have surgery to hollow up and fill out a completely rotten tooth. Costing insane amounts of money. I was in so much pain. To make matters worse, there was a surprise nerve in one of the roots of my teeth, meaning they nearly drilled while the area wasn't completely anesthetized. I've brushed my teeth religiously since. But sometimes we still find surprise holes from that time where I couldn't take care of myself for a few months. Take care of your teeth. Lack of sleep. It ain't make you cool. Go to bed early and enjoy full 9h night. Suppressing emotions. It's okay to feel sad, angry, anxious, etc. Don't be made to feel bad for feeling this range of emotions through your teenage years. Wish someone taught me this. Emotions were discouraged in my household. Well, positive emotions were fine. But if I didn't look happy, my parents would get angry and yell at me. Now I'm trying to fix it by teaching myself what my parents didn't. But to be fair to them, they were raised like that too and didn't know any different. So to anyone who's going to have children or already has them, one of the biggest favors you can do your child is work through your own shit. Because it will follow them and you'll realize it way too late. Avoid taking out large loans. Any loans if at possible. Though that's difficult if you go to college. Buying a brand new car at a young age is a bad idea. The majority of your small paycheck will be going toward that loan and the insurance. Adults trying to be too friendly, date you. You're not mature for your age. People their age don't want to be with them or around them for a reason. Had a supposedly 17-year-old heavily compliment me. Say that he wanted to hug me and never let go. Say that he adores me. How much I matter to him. And even call me sweetie. I instantly felt uncomfortable and panicked, and I ended going to friends for help, and they agreed that it was creepy as fuck. I am 13. He knew that I'm 13. He said that I was mature for my age and he would have never guessed. I deleted my account and made a new one. Never again. It's cliché as hell to say. I know. But drugs. Absolutely avoid drugs. Drinking too. It is easy for a full-grown adult to use a drug and get addicted before they are even aware there's a problem. So it's stupidly easy for a teen to form a runaway addiction that can last years if it doesn't out and out kill you from an accidental overdose. But even if you eventually were able to break the addiction, the changes it made to your brain chemistry could be permanent. That's exactly what happened to my brother. He got hit by a car at the age of 12 and his dumb-ass doctor put him on Percocet, and that was all she wrote. From then on it was an ever-sinking shitfest of one OD after another, with more and more delusional behavior and psychological damage, to the point now that at 28 he literally has the mind of a 14-year-old cause the drugs never let him grow up properly. So please, stay away. Older men. Teenagers often think that they're cool for hooking up with dudes who are far older than them. But the people who hook up with teenagers as older adults are not the cream of the crop. Everyone wants to think they're mature enough to date an older person. But most of the time there's going to be a power imbalance. You think it's because you're just so cool and so much more mature, but it's just because something is wrong with the older guy and you don't realize it. But it's painfully obvious when you're actually the guy's age, and you can see exactly why he's going after girls that are so much younger. It's because he himself is severely lagging in maturity, so he can't go after his peers. None of us would put up with his shit. I had some friends who dated much older guys growing up, and I thought it was kind of gross but didn't think too much of it until I was actually their age, and I was like, what the fuck? That guy was my age and literally trying to fuck teens? It's unimaginable in every way possible. It's like being a teen and your friend is trying to date 10-year-olds. You'd be like, what the fuck, dude? No. Very clearly wrong from your perspective. But again, that 10-year-old might feel super cool because they're getting attention from a teen. I am honestly surprised I don't see this mentioned yet. But energy drinks, at least not in moderation. Especially the newer ones like Bang. That have an assload of caffeine. I was drinking upwards of 3 to 4 monsters a day as a teenager and wondered why I had insomnia. I am pretty sure I don't have a heart problem. But even 1 cup of coffee makes my chest hurt a little now. Take care of your bodies. Kids. Thank you for listening. Can you think of anything else that teens should avoid doing? Check out our other videos. Like, share and subscribe if you like the content.